Hello and welcome to class for Tuesday, September 27th. So today we started out with just finishing up our Foghorn Symbolism art projects, and those are technically due tomorrow, but if you are not here tomorrow, they are due when you get back, or we silently write for those 15 minutes of work time. Okay, but let's get to the really important part of today, which is performance task 1. Now, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how the performance tasks work, and then the rest of the lesson is really up to you to complete at your own pace. I do need to see these by Friday if you are in class Friday. If not, I need to see them when you get back. Okay, so performance tasks. We have 4 of these a year, and the point of these is to show growth. So each task is an essay, and it is meant to assess your writing skills, your reading skills, your organization skills. But even though we have 4 tasks, only 2 of the tasks are actually new. The other 2 are revisions of the first task. So today we did performance task 1, and after I read through them, you'll get yours back with comments and a grade, and then I will teach you how to revise your performance task 1, and you will turn it back in, and that becomes performance task 2. So what to know about performance task 1 is it's not, the grade that you get on performance task 1 is not entered into the grade book. A completion grade is, in terms of you did it or you didn't do it, but I haven't taught you how I would like you to write essays, so it's not fair of me to put the initial grade in the grade book. The actual grade will go in the grade book once you revise, and it becomes performance task 2. So performance task is just a fancy way to say essay, and that means that it needs to be at least 4 paragraphs long. We went over how to properly cite. You have 2 articles that you will be reading, so I do expect to see you try a proper citation throughout your essay. Okay, and so this is the format for the proper citation. It's also in your notebook, in your notes. It's also worth knowing that I want you to use evidence from both texts. All right, let's take a look at where you can find these things before I move on. So you can go to Google Classroom, and once you're in Classroom, it's the first post, okay? Performance Task 1, Readings and Assignments. So I want you to open up both of these guys right here, and you are going to see a document with a crow on it, and then a document with boxes. And yes, we are reading about crows and ravens, and you will know more about crows and ravens by the end of these 4 days, or however long it takes you, than you ever wanted to know. All right, so let's just quickly talk about how you can cite page numbers. So this is a little funky because we've got 2 articles copy and pasted into a Google Doc, so how are you going to find the page number? We're just going to use, for example, I'm on page 7 right now, or 6 of 7, and if I wanted to quote something from this, I would just say I found it on page 6 of the article, even though technically this article starts here and it's not even 6 pages long. So it is in a document that is 6 pages. For convenience, we will just say that you can quote, cite up to 7 pages. Okay, so those are your articles, and that's how you can cite. Now let's talk about, I want you to go here with me. Let's talk about these questions. So you're going to have to read the 2 articles before you answer the questions, but it's a great technique that readers do to read the questions before you actually start reading, so you know what you're looking for in the articles that you are asked to read. I'd like you to take a couple seconds and read through question 1. Okay, so I'm going to break this question down real quick. Question 1 is asking you to provide textual evidence for how both authors describe crows and ravens in their texts. So this could be, they describe them, you know, as being really cute, silly, smart. You would put whatever quote that is, that whatever the description that is, here, for example, and then I do want you to cite it. It could be that they describe them physically, so they have long beaks. They're like big birds. They're blackbirds. I don't know. So I should see a pattern of quote, citation, quote, citation, quote, citation in both of these boxes. Your words will not go here, simply the quotes from the authors that describe the crows and ravens as being cute, cuddly, probably not, black, etc. Okay, let's look at question 2. Please take a couple seconds and read question 2. All right, on your own copy, I want you to do this. This is what we did as a class. I want you to highlight the word feel. I want you to go into the upper right-hand corner, click comment again, and you're going to leave yourself a note and say tone, okay? Or you don't need to do it in such an excited tone. You could just say, you know, tone. So we talked a bit about tone and mood, and I want you to remember that tone is how the author feels. So how does Terry Krautwurst feel about crows and ravens? What is his tone towards crows and ravens? Same exact thing. So this is not how you feel. We don't care how you feel right now. It's about how the authors feel. Okay, same thing for question 3. It's just simply asking you now about David Shaw. How does he feel, aka what is his tone about crows? Okay, questions 4 and 5 are important, but I really just wanted you to pay attention to the wording in these, so I'm going to let you figure out 4 and 5 on your own. Okay, so you will notice that you have 5 questions before you even get to the essay. Oh my gosh, I am asking you to do a lot. So again, take a couple seconds. Please read through the essay prompt. All right. Okay, so you will have noticed that I highlighted attitudes, and that's the same thing as tone. So sometimes, don't let it throw you off, we use different words to mean one thing. So this is all to say that I better see the word tone in your performance task, and if I don't, I'm going to be upset with you. Okay, you're also going to notice that this essay is asking you to do 2 different things, and the first thing is it wants you to tell your audience whether the tone is positive or negative towards the crows in both of these articles. Great. But then also, how do the authors support their views? So how do they show you that their tone is either positive or negative? What type of techniques do they use in their writing? And that's all I'm going to say, but I just want you to pay attention to that you cannot just tell me that he had a positive or a negative tone towards the birds. How did he support that tone? How did he show you that tone? How do you understand that he has that tone? Okay, so again, 4 paragraphs or more, multi-paragraph response. This is an essay. Great. Okay, so that's it. That's the deal. I recommend starting to read through these articles now, and I recommend highlighting on here, commenting wherever you see something that you think would work well for the questions that you are being asked to respond to. Again, I would love to see these as soon as you can, whenever you get back, and feel free to just you don't even need to share it with me because it's a Google Classroom, so turn it in when you're done. I'll see it and we'll be good to go.